Oh, have mercy. You know what time it is. It's time for the All Over Overland show right here on Overland Radio. And I was all prepared, had all this stuff ready for tonight. And then I got click happy on a couple of screens. And yeah, just kind of lost it. So bear with me. But I hope everybody's doing well. Before we get going too far into it, I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. Shortly, we'll have Michael on here, so don't everybody panic. It's not going to be me. I know that's why y'all are here, is to see Michael. But before we get started, I want to say a special thanks to all our sponsors, the Overland Addict, the Overland Essentials, Midland, Rugged Bound. We really appreciate all your support. You guys help us get where we're at and help us continue to bring this kind of content and to get to do shows and one thing or another. And speaking of which, just a little plug. Michael and I will be at the MOORE Expo. We will be doing live shows. We have some new equipment and I'm pretty excited about that. So anyway, tonight's guest, which I'll let Michael introduce here in a minute, has been on the show with us before. So we're pretty excited. He's like a walking encyclopedia of machined aluminum, maybe. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and bring old Michael in here real quick, and then we'll get things started.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the All Over Overland show. My name is Michael. We've got Lee, of course. You've heard him talk for a while. So now it is my turn. And I think I'm going to need a Ric Flair WWE robe because you laid it on pretty thick that I am the greatest. You laid it on pretty thick. So maybe I should just continue with that Ric Flair style.
I've been told I'm full of crap. So, I mean, I guess there is that. But
that is very, very true. I want to first give a shout out. I didn't do it. Did we had a show last week, didn't we? Didn't we do this last week?
We did.
And so my Rigs and Coffee was the week before that, right?
Yeah, man. You had a good
Crystal's daughter, one of our dear friends and listeners of the show, Crystal, her daughter gave me some sweet tart ropes.
Somebody listens to you on the radio.
Yep, somebody gave me, or her daughter gave me some sweet tart ropes, and I have eaten those all up. They're so good. There she is right there. She's in the chat.
Yep.
Super nice of her. It was good to see them. We had a bunch of cars I know I probably talked about last week, but we still had in the range of 60 to maybe 70 cars total that came through, in and out.
Yeah.
So I felt really pretty good about that. The first show that we did was unbelievable, where we had over 150 or so. But I think we'll hit our stride.
Can you imagine just rolling up to a Rigs and Coffee and there's 150 rigs and you're like, holy
It was
crap.
insane. And I hope that didn't keep some people away. Like, dude, this is too big. Because I knew that was going to be like first show.
Yeah.
Like that we haven't had one. To go see what it's like. The weather was perfect. It was timed. It all fell into the right spots.
Love it. So,
speaking of falling into the right spots, have you sold your alley cab yet? What are we doing?
I haven't sold the alley cab.
Are we doing something?
I caved and decided that I got to keep the alley cab for now
because it's badass.
And so there is a new truck. I hope to have it delivered by this weekend, maybe.
Delivered this weekend?
Yeah, I hope. If all goes well.
Are we going to have pictures this weekend, or are we going to have to wait?
Oh, no, you're going to have to wait because then there's a little special event that's going to take place. So,
holy shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's got to go. It's got to go to my buddy Chad at Overland Addict because he rocks, and he's going to reinstall the alley cab. But that's not
new truck.
In the new truck, but that's not all he's going to do. He's got a whole list of things he's going to do to it because it has to be ready for some viewing at the MOORE Expo. Now you're going to get to see it.
I'll see it. but you guys, I mean, viewing audience isn't going to get to see it.
No. You and I'll get to have it out on the trail for at least a week.
And everybody, let me just tell you, it'll be the very first one.
Yeah, there's not another one.
It's like the first fucking one.
There's not another one in the country. So all the stuff we're putting on it, all the stuff we're doing to it, it's all nobody has done yet.
All first run stuff. Like what happens to this
minus the alley cab, okay? Well, no, actually take that back.
No, especially the alley cab.
It would be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It'll be the first one to have all the things done.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked about it.
Brand new, like not even available for sale really yet.
Let me just say this. I am on pins and needles right now, waiting to make sure everything makes it in time so I can get it all or Chad can help me get it all put together so that it's at the MOORE Expo for everybody to see.
And I have a feeling I'll be able to call you my bitch after this. Totally. I'll totally be able to call you my bitch. But anyway, that's
funny.
The only little.
Hey, before we get started though, Donald thinks that there's a new Trail Series bead grip. Well, hang out just a minute. You might find out.
Just stick around.
Yeah, just stick around.
So, speaking of which,
Chris,
what we got here?
Chris says you need to retire that hat. You need a new one.
Dude, I love this hat.
I'll be honest, I don't even have a MOORE Expo hat. I do have a nice MOORE Expo t-shirt, but I don't have a hat.
Huh. No, I love this hat. I'll take a new one. Don't get me wrong. I'm always a sucker for some good swag. But yeah, we have a guest. We've had him on before. Obviously, if you've been around us and any length of time, you're going to know who it is because we've been talking about it throughout the show. Didn't you already drop hints? You posted things on the
I mean, everybody knows
social medias. Like we all know.
He's just
got Patrick with Method Race Wheel. Bring him on in. What's going on, man?
What's happening, guys?
Dude, just having a good time.
Dude,
giving Lee hell, like always.
Yeah, that's about
kind of what happens,
course, as they say.
We are super happy to have you on the show again. It's always a special time for me, and I hope Lee too when we have somebody that's a repeat guest, because it's for me, it's about building the relationships and being able to see you places and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I love about this more than anything. But
I think it's more of I just like the fact that he knows his shit.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why we had him on the show in the first place.
I mean, when you have this is nothing against our other guests, they all know their deal, but some people just really know their stuff, and that would be Patrick.
Yeah, and tell us. We're gonna do this we're gonna do something kind of different on the show tonight. We're gonna do some segments.
Yeah.
And in these segments, we're gonna have a topic and we're gonna talk about that topic, and we're gonna be given 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, give or take a few. Yeah, roughly? So we're already into this
to kind of talk about that, and then we'll go to a little, not really an intermission, but kind of a little tease, commercial tease kind of thing, or shout out, and then we'll come back and have another subject that we're going to talk about. But in our first subject, just to begin it, kind of makes sense. We wanted to know a little bit about the history behind Method Race Wheel. And Lee, what'd you guys start? You started out as something else, correct?
Well, our founders started off as successful. They've been in the wheel business 30, 40 years, right? Mm-hmm. So our leadership has been around a long time with a bunch of different brands. And they've sold off and started a passion project, which is desert products for desert racing and off-road racing, particularly. And we're about 12 years in existence as Method, but we've got deep Southern California roots and race heritage. And what we do is we work with factory racing teams and independent drivers and even grassroots drivers in the off-road space to learn about what works and what doesn't, and anything we can take to make the best product to bring that to the general market is something that we strive really hard to do.
Gotcha. Lee, what do you have to add to that? We were going to talk a little bit of history, but man, he covered it like really fast, like really precise.
Well, I mean, he did give us the clip.
We got 8 more minutes in this segment to go.
That's absolutely hilarious. No, the last time I think when you were on with us, I mean, we got that part of it, but then there was a whole evolution of how you guys end up, and we'll even dive deeper in that in the next segment. But I mean, who was your first, like, who was the first inspiration, the first person that you got your wheels on?
Did this go in, like, did somebody decide,
A
hey, I'm gonna
Baja
start
vehicle,
racing,
or
and
is that
I
where it
know a little bit
started?
about wheels and made their own wheels and raced on them,
So,
or did they do it for somebody?
It's really method race wheels, or method, it has been a passion project of Kevin Fitzgerald, who founded our company, right? And as I sometimes say, I'm a Fitzgerald, but I'm not the Fitzgerald. So it's really just a coincidence that my last name is Fitzgerald, even though I'm not of that Fitzgerald. So,
Gotcha.
But no, it's really a passion product of building what we like, that's purpose built. So when you look at
Right.
a lot of our styles and designs from anything, you'll see that it's not the flashiest. It's not I mean, 2/3 of our wheels are black, right? So there's only so many ways you can make a black wheel, but a lot of that goes into preference when we talk about what people like. So for us, we try to build the best purpose-driven products for people, and through that drive to make the best products, we actually came across with bead grip, which I think we talked about extensively in our last program.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
But for people who are I think sometimes overlanders will think that because we say we make race products, that it doesn't translate. But we build purpose-built products for people who want to use them to create their adventure and do what it is they want to do with their vehicle.
Killer. All right. Well, what do you say, Michael? We're close. We'll move on to the next one.
Well,
So
then I think
got one more?
because he mentioned the black wheels, I think this
Oh
would
yeah.
be a good spot to ask you the question I teased with you in the green room that we have set up so fabulously. By the way, I hope you enjoyed your M&Ms and all the things that we had in the green room.
Amazing snacks.
Very good. Good. Our lady's on top of it. Then she's taking care of everything. But what I wanted to ask was, when it comes to wheels that have color in them, not just black, but your red rims, your blue rims, your different things like that. I've seen a variety of colors out there. And my real question is, because I'm going to need some new rims here before too long, and I don't want to go boring, and I've either got one set in mind, or then I'm going to do color. But like with a white truck, do you have like recommendations, or do you have something that you just feel would be a little out there and pop really badass on a white Nissan?
So, it kind of goes back to, right, you'll never trust a chef who won't eat his own food, right?
Right.
I know somebody that has a white truck.
Okay.
This guy right here.
Awesome.
And I went with the Bahia Blue, which we make currently in a 701, and then we just released in the 707 within the past couple months as well.
Gotcha.
Which I think looks phenomenal. Now, it's one of those things that when you look at it in pictures, it doesn't do it justice because of the way light transfers. You need the sunlight on it. It's got a little bit of sheen in it. I don't want to say boat paint, but it's got a little bit of sparkle in it when the light hits it, which makes it really pop. But it's so subtle that it's not like tacky, I guess.
Michael likes glitter.
I do.
I'm telling you, he likes glitter, especially when he comes back from the strip club. He likes his glitter.
So can we say that copper's here to stay, or is it like on a decline? What's the deal with the copper rims?
The copper, or what we would refer to as method bronze.
There you go.
We were one of there's lots of people who make bronze, but I think our bronze has a deeper tone to it.
Yeah.
Because of the process and how we make the paint that goes on it. But I would say if you're looking at mix, 2/3 of our people are going to go black. Is pretty much just the volume play, and that other third is going to be divvied up in. The bronze is going to be the biggest piece of that remaining third, and then you're going to have some different titaniums. We've got some gloss titaniums. We've even released this year some gloss black, which was our first all gloss black wheel, the new 318, which is a super cool wheel. And one of the things I think that helps us with people who appreciate function but also appreciate appearances, you've got options where you can customize your wheels with different center caps, accessories, and all those things.
Gotcha.
Which I didn't tell you guys before this. Special announcement starting today. For me being here.
Okay.
We actually have a major sale running right now on methodracefuels.com that launched today.
Well, tell us a little bit more.
Exactly. So we've got 15% off all wheels.
Oh, wow.
And 25% off merch, gear. We've got deflators. We've got special valve stem caps, bolt kits, special center caps, all that stuff.
All right. And then tell everybody again before, because, we're all getting excited. What's the website?
methodracefuels.com.
Okay. So it's pretty simple.
Super easy. We even got, for some of our Toyota folks, we released actually a cap that looks very similar to this with the Toyota 3 stripes on it, which can snap into any existing stuff too.
We'll just do a long on that one.
I know Toyota people get all twitchy when you start talking about the
stripes. The Jeep. It's the Jeep people. It's the Jeep people.
You think the Jeep people are worse than the Toyota people?
I do. That's why God made Toyotas.
Oh my gosh, Lee.
Because Jeep. You know why God created Toyotas, right? Because Jeeps need heroes too. See?
Wow.
Still can't believe you made that.
All right. So that's the end of our first segment there.
All right. That wraps up segment number 1. Lee, what do we do? What are we doing now?
When it's time to go off the grid, you need the right gear. I'm talking premium gear for your overlanding obsession. Overland Addict has you covered. Navigation, fridge and freezers, storage solutions, recovery. Overland Addict. Awnings, lighting, roof racks, rooftop tents, patches, stickers, and apparel too. Overland Addict. And to say thank you to our military and first responders, a special discount awaits for you at overlandaddict.com. When it's time to go off the grid.
All right, this feels like real radio right here. Because
hey man,
there wasn't a screen in front of us.
I know, right? We're back thanks to Chad at Overland Addict as one of our sponsors. So make sure you go check out overlandaddict.com. All right, let's hit up our segment 2, and this is the one that's going to be the brain teaser. I think, maybe, I don't know. Michael,
brain teaser?
Take it away.
I have to pull it back up on the thing.
Crystal says, perfect timing for a sale. Might be some money being spent.
Okay, so the topic question for segment 2 would be methodology. What is basically, Lee kind of wrote this in shorthand. I'm guessing what is the methodology behind race in the name as it relates to R&D and real life applications. I mean, you kind of talked about that just a little bit, but let's, when it comes to the name, like in the methodology, we're seeing that in a lot of your stuff out there. So tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. We don't build things just because we think they look cool. Obviously we want them to look cool, but we build them for purpose, right? So if you check out methodracefuels.com and type in methodology, there's kind of a layout as to all the things that go into what we do. But everything that we make is race proven. It's from how we design to types of materials that we use. And if it wins on the racetrack, you're doing something right. And we have a huge race presence in Baja 1000. We got it in Dakar, over in the Middle East, and the Fink Desert races and all those. And we've worked with, Gazoo Racing and to make things to meet their expectations for what goes on into making premier product. We have different patents. One of them I think we talked about was bead grip and some of those things. We will also go into weight savings and the types of materials and how we treat them to bring the most to people who want the most out of their gear, right?
Yeah.
When you think of the Overland audience and what's important to them is looking cool is fine, but we need it to work, right? And we need it to work at the highest level of the food pyramid. So that's all kind of rolls into that information, into the 5 points that go into it. unlike some brands, we've got 4 engineers that are based here in the United States who do nothing but either answer technical questions and design the best product that they can. And, it's their passion. And we hope that it comes through in the if we ask somebody to put down a significant investment in a product, we want it to meet and exceed expectations for what we produce. So
gotcha. Whenever I think about it as a race organization, and we're going to dive back a little bit into the history, because I was just sitting here thinking when you were talking about some of the things, the methodology part. What was the first like big race series that you guys were in? Do you even know or remember like what one that the company probably talks about and goes, that's the one that did it?
It's really working with great drivers and great teams.
Right on.
One of our founders, still is very passionate in that place, and even has a son racing in different series. And in my knowledge of it, it's really having it proven through those great race partners. When you think of Luke McMillan and some of those guys, I apologize, I'm not as hardcore in the race space
side of it
as it goes.
Yeah.
I just know that if we're representing and supporting race teams, we want podium places, and we want to work with teams who are committed to do that. Yeah. And there's some of those partnerships, with either the Toyota factory team or Ford Performance. When you see some of the the Ultra 4 stuff that's Broncos is starting to do in that space, because we've got great people on staff, we can continue to work with great partners like that and be a leader in the space, as opposed to, some other wheel companies that, hey, we make a bunch of wheels and here's why, but there's not really a reason why.
Yeah.
As opposed to them, and I'm not trying to talk trash on other brands. It's just you have a different approach to what you're doing.
No, yeah, and one of the things that I love about the reason why I brought up some of the racing and the history, and like what was the big first race or series or something like that, I equate that to like us in the Overland, because the passion is the same. There's passion for the race, and for us, there's passion to go further off road than most people go, to reach that extra limit, and in that we need proven technology, and that's where I think they kind of go hand in hand, because as that trickles from the money and the people being able to invest in the race trucks and get the best and push R&D and do all that, and the research development behind it just helps us out getting the lightest, strongest wheel that we can get, because it's all about weight, even if you're just doing it for recreation.
Yeah.
It's all about weight and function is super important. And I know you guys have Chris on here from MOORE Expo all the time, and he was a early adopter and a great friend of the brand, which why we're looking forward to being at that show. But when you think of what you can do with the product, for air down capabilities with the patented bead grip technology and some of that, there's no other one-piece solutions on the market, and we learned that through our engineering process of all the engineers almost over analyzing how a tire stays on a wheel and trying to find a way to make a wheel to bring that function to the market.
And what's great about that is that true bead locks are outlawed for road use in a lot of places. Yeah. And so this is that you get the bead lock, but you get to drive it wherever you want.
And we love bead locks. Don't get me wrong. I've said bead grip several times, but bead locks have a place for different applications. But when you come down to the practicality of, do I want something that I can drive daily? And if my vehicle is my passion is something that I drive daily, everyday use is important.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I mean. Like, we don't need, all of us, let's just face it, all of us doing overlanding really don't need a true bead lock. Yeah. We just don't. And
I mean, I worked on a sales counter selling bead locks for years, right? And I could honestly say probably 90% of my people that purchased them didn't truly need it. They wanted them.
But we do air down enough that we need that grip.
Well, That's and I don't know if I shared this with Michael, and forgive me, I know you're going to ask me who it is, but there was a video somebody posted.
Who was it?
Asshole. Just a couple of weeks ago on YouTube that cut their sidewall, and so they were going to have to, do a tire change, and they were going to actually try to patch it because the other tire he had already kind of damaged it, and these guys played hell getting that tire off that bead grip on the side of it. I mean, it just, once it's seated, he was aired down, and I mean, it came off, but it wasn't like a traditional tire. You let the air out of it and you step on it and jump on it a couple of times and it just pops the bead. These poor boys, man, they were they were trying to pull out different tools, and they ultimately got it. So it's a win for Method. And it was a win for the guy, because had he not, obviously cut the sidewall, he could have, now he knows that he can air down and it's just not going to pop off.
That's 100% true. And as somebody from an installer background, I think people who don't, just like any craft, whatever you're doing, if you don't do it every day, you don't learn the tips and tricks that go into it.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that, tire shops don't have skilled people, but it's a unique skill set that is learned in the right way to do it. But it does speak to, if we're saying, you can air down and run pressures, much lower than traditional wheels or whatever you feel comfortable with, for that to happen, you have to have certain things, engineered differently and functional for it to work.
I got another question. So, made in the USA, which is a huge thing for us, or it is for me. I think it is for Michael as well, and a lot of other people.
I would call time out. We're designed in the USA.
Okay, I'm sorry, designed in the US, but
nicely.
Yeah, I thought it was made in the US.
It did say design. I think I probably would, in my mind, but I'm going that same direction. But designed.
Yeah.
Still. Okay.
But are these machined from pieces of forged aluminum and then machined off, or are they solid billet that are machined?
They're actually they are a cast wheel,
and then machined.
We have some forged beadlock options, but the bulk of our stuff is cast.
Strong stuff, man. It's just strong.
And we've got proprietary heat treatments that go into it.
Yeah.
We can really nerd out on it, but it's super. It's we put lighter, stronger, faster as our tag under our name. For a reason. And if you're going to lead with that, you've got to come with the goods, right? Otherwise, the internet's a very quick place if you're not meeting expectations.
The point behind that is that it's really strong. It works, but it's affordable. I mean, I've priced some new wheels here recently from, AllOver, and it's amazing how, holy cow, expensive some of these things can get. And, I don't know the history behind them, but, obviously we know you guys. So that's a bonus.
Absolutely.
Right on. So let's wrap up. What's that? Segment 2? We're already through 2 of these things?
Almost.
We're going to
I had one more question I was going to ask him about that, and I can't.
Well, you're out of time.
I know. I had something on my mind that came to me after the fact, and obviously I lost it, which is not unusual.
Everybody, we're doing segments on this episode, as you probably noticed, and so Lee and I are trying to figure out if this is even something we like. Now, we do like that it gets us back to asking questions and not just going down rabbit holes for the whole time. But let's break to the intermission.
Yeah,
what do we call it?
We'll be right back.
The thing.
It's not the normal side of things. It's all over Overland. Tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central on Overland Radio.
Actually, that's 8 p.m. now, but hey.
That's nice. That's what we need our intro music to be.
Yeah, there you go.
Only that our intro music needs a little bit more.
Yeah, Michael says it's a little bit too quiet. And
we're not quiet.
Yeah, no kidding. And
so it just doesn't fit.
When I made the intro, I was trying to make the music kind of go along with the nice scenery that you see, as we're playing logos and stuff.
Yeah,
but I think Michael has a point. We probably need to have some Metallica head slamming.
And I think in the beginning I was going through my folk phase, which I'm still immersed in, but I think I was really, really deep in that. So I think that's where I was like, yeah, dude, yeah.
All right. So in this segment, which is our
segment 3.
Yep. What are we going to talk about? Now we got to talk about some new products, right? And so I'm going to
do you have pictures?
I'm going to pull up on the screen here. Give me 1 second. But we want to talk about the 707, the 318s,
318, yep.
And then we want to talk about, and I'm going to pull all this stuff up on the screen too, is the, the new accessories like the new center caps, which are just cool as hell. So with that being said, let me get everything pulled up here.
All right. What are we looking at first, Lee? What are we talking about? Show us.
I'm trying.
Show me.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to kill him. Start talking about this.
Patrick, how are you doing? Did you have a good day?
I had a great day.
Did you? I did too.
Oh, Jesus. New arrival wheels. Okay. Let's get over to the new arrival.
Really, really good day. I might be moving to Alaska.
He's such a ding dong, I swear. Okay. Share the screen.
Every time you say that, I think of Alexander and the terrible, no good, very bad day, except it's Australia instead of Alaska.
Nice. Thank you for putting that.
All right. Here we go.
On me. Asshole.
So now he's gonna think about that all night, Patrick. Thanks.
Okay, so dude, I like these.
I know.
So the 318 is super cool. So it's a couple firsts for us. The number one first is it's the first all gloss black wheel.
Which one is this, Lee? Guys, which one is this?
318. This is this one right here on the end. I don't know if I click it, what it's going to do. Yeah.
So that one's a 318.
Yeah, this one right here.
So comes in gloss black or bronze. It's a nice wheel for a couple reasons. One, it comes with our upgraded topo center cap, which generally is something that if you wanted to buy an additional, or if you had an original wheel that didn't come with that cap, you could buy the topo center cap as an upgrade. But it's actually included as the original cap on this wheel. Which is different in the styling in some of those than what we've had. So obviously the bronze one comes with the bronze logo matching cap, and the black one comes with the black. But from a price point, when you look at that 318 and a 17-inch, generally they're going to be running about $299 a wheel. However, we've got sale going right now, so it looks whatever 15 off of $299 is.
That's math stuff, man.
Yeah,
we outlaw math.
So you got them. It's $239, and they're, I guess, let's see here. Let's click on it just to be sure. So we got it says there's $203.15 right now per wheel.
That's the 15-inch. So if you went to a 17, it'll adjust.
$245. There it is, right there.
So yeah,
you're still making a 15-inch rim,
dude, and that center cap is killer.
No, wait a minute. That's big news. You're still making a 15-inch?
That one is probably in the space. It's probably for our Subaru friends. Looks like 5-on-100.
So they're narrow. They're pretty narrow then.
Yeah, they're going to be more for like your cross treks. If you've got a cross trek or
man, you
like
said 15-inch, and I got all kinds of goofy feelings.
Those Subi guys are like Jeep guys.
Dude, there's nothing I like.
They all squat to pee. You know that.
Wow.
Wow,
dude, I've seen some pretty nice looking Subis lately.
But the 318 is super cool because it is our first all gloss black option. The only other option, we've never had a full style go all gloss black. And if you're running, CUVs, think like I said, your Subarus, your RAV4s, some of your smaller overland vehicles, not necessarily running something larger. It's an option that gives you the opportunity to customize.
I've seen a lot of pilots lately.
And even those, if you're checking out on the website, we've got some great pictures of the new Bronco on the 318s. It looks phenomenal.
Yep.
Some marketing materials.
That blue on that 707.
Cool. Click on that one, Lee.
I mean, it's one of those things where you like it, but you're scared to actually, you know what I'm saying, Michael? You like it and you're thinking, damn, that's really cool. But you're scared to spend that money and then put it on your vehicle and go, I'm not really sure I like it now. I like the color. Of course, blue's my favorite color. So,
That looks like more of a color you'd see in New England on the side of a house. Like, I like that shade of blue, right? It's a different shade of blue, isn't it?
It's
more powdery.
It's extremely hard to Photoshop or to photograph.
Look at that.
If you look at it in this picture,
okay,
it has almost like fish belly qualities, right? Where it's like a blue-black in the shadow. And when the light hits it, it's definitely blue.
See, that looks better.
Oh, wow. That's a totally different blue
than the one that you guys put in the light box.
But if you look at it, because you see that color on the light side of it.
Yeah.
Like I can see how, I know
that
how
looks
photography works, but I can see how that works. Yeah, that looks really good.
That looks pretty gnarly.
Where's the white truck? Oh, there it is.
Oh, well, it's the white Toyota. I think that looks sharp, and it's much darker and a much. You're right. I think it has that little sheen to it.
I like it most to a fish belly, right?
Are you ready? Are you ready for the next big thing in wheels? And I'm going to announce it right now.
What's that?
And you can use this. It's fine.
Okay.
Going back to high gloss chrome.
High gloss.
Like chrome. Just a chrome. Like I say high gloss. I just mean the really, really like mirror finish chrome.
Mirrored chrome.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's going to make a comeback.
Never know.
I will put it in the suggestion box.
You mean like this right here?
That's what, polished aluminum?
That's
polished.
Forged polished.
Yeah. I mean, like mirror quality. Like,
it is on the pricey side.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I think it could make a push. It's good to see you have at least some options in that brushed aluminum look. But yeah, I'm sure those are pretty damn expensive.
They're pricey.
Yeah.
But hey, we love our toys, right?
So
yeah. There's the 318s.
That's Chad right there. So Chad's famous G, has 15-inch rims on it, and when you look at them, the brake disc are about damn near as big as the rim. But I think he's going to move up to a 17. So
I had 15s on that Liberty for a while. I had to get a certain offset to make.
Ashley says no shiny chrome.
Yes, shiny chrome, Ashley. Shut your pie hole.
Here's the thing about shiny chrome. It works on some vehicles and it doesn't on others. And I might be running against Michael's grain here, but I'm not sure that an off-road vehicle is where I'd want to be with shiny chrome.
I'm telling you.
Even Donald says no chrome.
Nope, you're going to be surprised.
Okay, so
I get what you're saying. I'm kind of in the anti-chrome world because if you're building purpose-built products that are going to get used, chrome is something you look at, and you cry if you mess it up when you use it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
So look at these.
But I think that's going to be the thing, to have some battle-scarred fucking chrome wheels. I think that's what's going to be badass.
Well, now Donald does have a point. If it's an old school square body, yeah, that might work.
I would second Donald.
Oh yeah,
sounds like a wise man.
But Michael's Nissan, probably not. I mean, unless you want to put some curb feelers in it and a couple of dice on the mirror, and I'm
telling you, I even want that chrome tip.
Oh shit!
Get the mirror cover,
and the door trim piece. Yeah.
Yep. Sticking it everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Get the naked ladies on the mud flaps.
Oh come on, man! Really?
Yeah. Gotta have that.
Ashley says she's looking at the 701 matte blacks for the Sequoia. Ashley, here's the deal. Until you get back on and start doing your Wednesday, women's Wednesday, you ain't doing shit.
Nothing.
So you better get back on here.
You're lucky we're letting you on.
Damn it.
Now. Talk.
Jeff's gonna pay for us tonight. Anyway, so here's some accessories now. I think these are pretty slick.
Okay, did I miss looking at the 701s? Did I miss that whole thing?
701s. We skipped we were looking at 707s and we talked about the blue.
We got
one big difference when you're scrolling and looking, anything that starts with a 7 is going to have our bead grip. Is going to have our bead grip.
Okay.
So it's classified as bead grip in the page.
Yeah.
And then our standard wheels are going to start with 3s generally.
Gotcha.
So,
man, you got some. I mean, there's just some pretty. This gloss titanium looks good.
Gloss titanium looks killer. We've done really well with some of the double black sequencing. So our most popular wheel was a 305, and we actually upgraded it into a 305 double black. So you can get the matte black wheel with a gloss black lip, and then it has the black lip bolts and a flat center cap as an option,
nice.
Which we've got that in the 305 and also the 312 as a double black option too. So those are 2 slick ones that you're not going to see a lot of them in the wild, but every time we get them in, we sell them out. Just because.
Donald wants to know what options for center caps on the 704s. So if we have
if you click accessories, you can go 704s.
We'll just click a 17-inch here. So Donald, it looks like you got some snap-in one. You got 4 to choose from here. And based on the color of your Toyota, that would look pretty good there with that color.
Now, to give you options for me, a white Toyota Tundra with the blue 701 wheel with the red center cap is what I put on mine personally.
The one, the topo that says that's red, this one right here.
Yep. Yeah, the red snap in.
Okay.
Looks awesome.
You wouldn't think it would
look good on the blue, but I liked it.
Right on.
Jeez, man.
That would look good on the blue.
But look, Michael, they even have these new valve stems.
Oh, dude, what are
caps?
Those?
Valve stem caps. They're yeah, for your valve stem.
I got people calling me.
Look at all the colors.
Hey,
what was that? Was that your bookie? Did you win?
No, I'm a little confused. What were those?
Those are valve stem caps for your tire. You screw the cap off the valve stem.
Pull that back up.
Oh Jesus! Instead of having dice like Jose has, you put these on.
I'm terrible. It looked like they were connected.
Oh Jesus! See, Patrick, this is what I have to put up with.
It looked like
you just break them off like what? Like
you don't want to break them off. Where I was going in my head, you don't want to break them off. You want them to stay intact.
Jesus!
Don't lose any of them.
Don't lose any of them.
Donald says he's going to order those right now. Stand by. So you know what, Patrick?
What's that?
I know this is a terrible thing to say, but you know what Michael really thought those were?
Oh, I know what he thought they were.
He thought they were anal beads. Michael's like, ooh, I got colors.
I thought he played some kind of trick on us.
Nope, just you.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Oh wow.
Yep.
I mean, if you kind of
even Patrick knew what you. Patrick,
I'll just leave it alone. You guys were well behaved. Thank you.
Look, see, Michael.
I get it now. Thanks for pointing out what the picture really was, because I was unsure. To be fair, on my screen, it's really little.
Hey, that's what she said. So
I apologize. My bad.
And it makes you feel better when they come in an actual box like this. So
okay, very good. Very good.
Totally taken out of context. Patrick said come.
In the box too. I said in the box.
In the box. Oh God, I'm gonna hyperventilate. Okay, moving on.
Wow,
you guys are never gonna have me back again.
No, we totally. We're just hoping you come back.
Look at this.
This is the point. This is the time where I say, proudly sponsored by Oil Fire Whiskey.
Hey, it's all Chad's
and really,
fault.
we're not, because they don't give us anything.
It's all Chad's fault. He encourages this kind of behavior.
Chad does.
No. Hey, look at this though. Can you do this on any one of these, Patrick? I mean, any of
Yeah, any of our wheels like that one in the sample that have a simulated bead lock.
Yeah.
All of our hardware is grade 8 working hardware, so it is fully interchangeable.
Oh wow!
So you can interchange into colors. You can even get raw ones and get them powder coated if you want. Whatever works for how you want to accessorize your set of methods.
Wow.
Gotcha. Are we doing any custom colors yet?
I mean, I think you had 6 there, right? I mean,
yeah.
Well, no. I meant like, do you have people that come in and want more than one color on a rim?
I've seen different people play with them and do different color combinations, if you will, and then.
But those are people that are basically just repowder coating it.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
If it's not a stock one, you can get a raw one and get them powder coated if you've got a certain. Generally that's a specific Jeep color or something like that. And the blue actually goes with the XE Jeeps, the 4XEs. It's basically
nice.
the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Hold on a minute. I got to get caught up. Chet says, "Wow." So are they anodized or powder coated?
So I want to. They're treated. My understanding is they're treated the same as the wheel with our electrostatic paint. Basically, that goes into it.
That's almost like Cerakote. I mean, similar.
It's similar. I mean, it's probably a little more different, but
yeah,
the application. I mean, the end product looks very similar.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Ashley, we miss you too. Like a double hernia, but anyway, no.
Oh, I just saw a comment. Our guys,
pull that back.
Talking about Nate over.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, Nate did a fantastic job with it. And he's true to it, right? He's not bought and paid or any of that stuff, right? Like he's passionate about what he does.
That may have been the video I saw where it was him and somebody else. Now that he put that that comments up, okay, I got to go back and try to find it. But anyway,
you tied that into an earlier conversation we had.
Yeah.
I
just
really wondering.
I just like these blue ones, man. I have to admit, they really do look good.
Yeah. Oh, I got the hiccup. I've had the hiccups all day today.
All right. Well, that's the end of that segment.
Sorry. Man, too much whiskey tonight. It's got to be
something. Everybody take a drink here real quick.
All right. Mandatory whiskey shot as we play on to the next segment. Lee, take it away.
Hey, the next segment is brought to you by...
When it's time to go off the grid, you need the right gear. I'm talking premium gear for your overlanding obsession. Overland Addict has you covered. Navigation, fridge and freezers, storage solutions, recovery. Overland Addict. Awnings, lighting, roof racks, rooftop tents, patches, stickers, and apparel too. Overland Addict. And to say thank you to our military and first responders, a special discount awaits for you at overlandaddict.com. When it's...
Cause Chad rocks.
All right. We're getting way off the hinges here.
I just want to know, Donald, did you order the stuff you were going to order? I mean, come on, you told us to hang on, so we're like in limbo.
Yeah, we need to know. Man. We need to know that sale went through right away.
Yeah, we need to know because Patrick needs to know because there's like 50% in it for us.
Right.
I'm teasing.
But hey, let's talk about
satisfaction.
Let's talk about the MOORE Expo. That's a show coming up that we know that we're all going to. What part of the building are you going to be at this year?
So yeah, we're super excited for MOORE again this year. We'll be in the center hall with our friends from Adventure Motors again. Right. So Michael is putting together a stable. I've seen some renderings and some things. I think it's going to be pretty impressive this year what he brings for that. And then he'll be taking orders at the show, as will our friends from Sportsland. Sportsland Pickup Covers are also a dealer of ours. They're going to be out there. They're going to have a couple cool builds as well. So we're excited to have opportunities there. We'll be at the show to answer questions. If anybody, wants to come and just kind of talk through and, has questions that, don't get me wrong, I love the website, but websites can't really always answer questions. So I'll be on site helping and, getting people the right stuff for whatever it is they want, or answering questions that they have about our products.
You had a heck of a display last year, and lots of
really pretty cool.
Lots of pieces and parts there to get up close and really look at the quality and craftsmanship in these things.
Now, do you have a show leading up to MOORE, or is MOORE the next show that you guys have on your?
MOORE is the next show that we have. We're going to be hitting all the Overland Expos, the full circuit this year. So we'll be displaying all of those.
Now, have you done all of them in the past?
This will be our first year doing all of them. We've attended in different capacities, but sometimes we've gone with dealers who were attending. But as a brand, we're going to be at all 4 of them this year.
Very cool. What other? Now, I know that Method isn't just off-road wheels, right? I mean, you guys do more stuff, or is it just primarily the off-road market?
I mean, off-road is our core. Obviously, we've got some series in our 500s that, for some of the Subaru options and some of that. We've got Sprinter dually wheels, our 901s that are out there for people that are, building out some of the 2500s and the 3500s, the larger Sprinter dualies. We've got Ford Transit offerings as well for kind of the van life folks.
Okay, cool.
They're going into some of that. So, it covers the gamut that's out there. But traditionally, it's going to be off-road, to be used in dirt applications. And, with some of the popularity that's going on in van life as well, we want to bring a quality product out there, especially in some of the dually applications too. So our 901s have done really well in that Sprinter platform too.
Very cool. Yeah.
Katie wants to know if you're going to be at the expos, and I don't know if she didn't hear that part, but I think Method Patrick's going to be at all of them. So I'm
going to for sure be at MOORE. I know Katie's going to be there. I think we're proud to help support in the Wild Mavens team, and I think she's going to be there with some cool display and talking about some of the stuff that she's got going on for her race for the Revell series and all that. Again, for the Overland Expos, I don't think I'm gonna hit all 4 of them because I've got 3 kids, got a lot of sports going on. So I'm gonna probably hit. I'll probably hit 2 or 3 of them. I don't think I'm gonna hit all 4 of them.
We should probably have Katie come on the show, but we'd have to tone it down in the presence of a lady.
We'd have to be nicer.
We couldn't make jokes about,
things.
Those things that we made jokes about earlier.
I've moved on. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Lies. It's all lies. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. Hey, were you at the King of the Hammers? Or you guys?
This was our first year that we didn't display at King of Hammers. We're looking to be back probably next year. We're still kind of going through some things with that. We took a year off of King of Hammers, quite honestly.
Yeah.
We still love it, and we think it's a phenomenal event and what it means for the off-road racing community, especially Southern California. It's huge. For us. And then we had we were at Mint at the Mint 400 again this year in Las Vegas, which just wrapped up a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, probably right around there. So we still got presence in some of those off-road races in that space, but we took a year off from King of Hammers.
Gotcha.
I love it.
Wheels on vehicles doing shit.
Well, those guys out there, they just tear up stuff left and right. So, I mean, it's a great place to test a product, but 2, it's a great place to sell more because I don't really care how good of a wheel you make. Those guys out there, they're just going to tear them up.
Well, when you're hitting rocks at, 50, 60 mile an hour plus.
I don't know how some of those people stay. I don't know how they don't have like brain damage.
Lee complains when we go 30 on a county road.
Listen, man, I'm old. I like to just sit back, I mean, I might miss something like, a roadside stand to get some food or something. And I like food. So, no.
That's funny. Hey, you've mentioned your own vehicle that's white that you've got the rims on it. Now,
yes.
For people listening that maybe didn't catch it, what are you driving?
So I have a Toyota Tundra.
He's got a Toyota Tundra. And you know what? You know why God created Toyotas, right? Because Jeeps need heroes too. I made that little cartoon up and did that whole animated thing. And Michael's like, dude, somebody's going to kill you.
Well, it's just so funny because he talks so much noise on Toyota from day one.
That's okay. That's
Listen,
fine.
I think it's an extremely capable vehicle to wheel with. I truly do. It's just a shit box to tow anything with.
The Tacoma for sure.
The 4Runner and the Tacoma. Now I don't know about the Tundra,
you don't
but
know about the Tundra.
Yeah, but and I like them actually. The 4Runner was probably one of the best riding.
I'll tell you, I bought my first 4Runner when my first daughter was born. I drove it for 12 years, put 160,000 miles on it, did nothing other than get a new alternator put in it, and then got brakes and stuff.
Yeah.
And sold it for half the money I paid for it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt that one bit. I mean, you could never take anything away from their, reliability and one thing or another. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a guy that I worked with like quickly out of high school, a little bit of college, that all he owns he's got an old Ford truck, but any new car that he buys is always Toyota. Like he had a 4Runner, his wife had the Land Cruiser, and when it was time to get new ones, he got another new 4Runner. She got another new Land Cruiser. They were like, dude, and they don't do the off-road stuff. Mm-hmm. They're just like, they're just, we don't have to worry about them.
I've still got a 07 Highlander with 230,000 miles in it. That's gets driven once a week. That will be the car for my daughter when she grows up, when she gets a little bit older, right? It just sits there.
Yeah.
Drive it a little bit. It's a backup car.
They're extremely reliable, and I can't tell you. I mean, I like to dog on them a little bit, but I'd like to dog on all of them, to be honest. But
the only one you can't really dog on is Nissan, because they've got the reliability of Toyota at half the price.
They really do. That's the thing. If they just, I don't know. I tell you what I like about the Nissan. If
they had bigger presence in the market.
Yeah, I think if they had a bigger presence,
stuff like that.
Exactly. But I like the fact that it's just that all their trucks for all those years, like your body style, it is just a hardcore, naturally aspirated V6 engine. It doesn't have turbos. It ain't got all the crap on it that breaks. And that's what half of these are making a mistake. The new Chevy Colorado looks good, but I'm not buying it.
Okay, we'll take Colorado off the list. You can't be biased until we say what you got.
I actually went to the dealer to look at them, so if that tells you anything. I just don't know that I'm sold on that. I guess we'll find out, but I'm not really sold on the 4-cylinder turbos, especially when they're cranking out 340 horses. Damn.
Well, much like your guys from Overland Attic, I'm a Southwest Missouri kid, right? And in Missouri, we have a motto for the state of Missouri, and then you guys know what that is, right?
There's no replacement for displacement. No.
It's the show me state, my friend.
Oh,
show me.
Yeah.
Show me. Mm-hmm.
Show me. So I hope that engineers much smarter than me can figure out a way to make all the turbos and all that stuff work, but I am very, very skeptical.
I think we just went back to what was it, the 90s, the 80s, whenever their goal was to make a car to last, into the loan, and then need to be bought again. I just can't see the thing. We had these Chevy Express vans with 6 liters in them, and we got 1 million miles out of one of them and 980,000 out of the other, and they're still going. They're still going. But I told my uncle, I was like, because we've never used that motor. We've never had to push that motor, to really push it. But a 4-cylinder, you're pushing that damn thing every day, all day long. That's my concern, is that they're just going to get worn out very fast.
Hey, Chad just said, look at there, show me state, buddy. I think Chad needs to be selling some Method wheels in his shop. What do y'all think?
I'm a Springfield kid. I know MOORE is. I grew up in Springfield, man.
And he's in Nixa. So
we probably work something out.
Yeah, I think Chad needs to be selling some Method wheels in there. Method wheels, not meth, Chad. I get the whole. Just make sure you understand.
I like with
wheels.
Chad, you have to make that distinction. We're going to separate these two things for Chad.
Chad's like the golden child of Chad's the guy you want to hang out with.
Chad's like one of the nicest, like he rivals Marco.
Right. And he's the kind of guy that you want to hang out like Marco, because you know that it's just a given. You got to act and be nice, and you got to be polite.
They do sell method, by the way.
Oh, well.
Good way to go, Lee.
Shit.
Be on top of shit.
I'm telling you, killing it.
Awesome. Very good. Okay, so they do sell them.
Well, there you go.
Okay. I guess you did work out something.
Right.
I wasn't gonna out you. I mean,
sure.
I was gonna just let it ride.
That's exactly what I would do too.
You wouldn't. You lying. You would not. You throw me on the bus and then back over me. Well, I guess that's it for the night.
Okay, dude. Let's talk about websites and social media and what you guys are doing in your social media platforms.
Yeah. So for us, we continue to grow our reach on Instagram. Obviously, at Method Race Wheels on Instagram. I think last time I checked, we were over 500,000 followers in that space. Right. So Instagram is huge for us. We're up to 518. I just pulled it up on the other screen over here. And you can find all our info about all of our products, all of our sales, and different applications and just kind of lifestyle pieces. There's some great imagery on the 318s and the new Bronco on there as well. And then, like I said, all the sale info that we've got running now through April 17th.
All right. So if I get blue rims, you'll know why.
Yeah. Hey,
because I was told to.
Chad says that you absolutely do not have to be well mannered around him. He's not.
You know what I love about Chad is that he's like, really? No, I'm not the best guy.
Know.
I promise. I'm
but
not.
Here's the thing. Deep down inside,
I'm bad. I promise.
Yeah, deep down inside, I think Chad suffers from the same thing I do, and that's fear of Leanne.
Well, fear of not getting that pie.
I want my pecan pie.
Yeah.
And if I'm bad or I influence Chad and he's bad, then I don't get any more pecan pie. And that's that's not acceptable. He doesn't,
which means you guys aren't friends anymore.
Exactly.
And it just goes to bad places.
Oh, geez. So,
all right. Well, thanks, Patrick, for coming on the show. We really appreciate your time. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to let you go for a minute, and Lee and I are going to wrap it up. But everybody out there, make sure that you go check him out. What was the website one more time?
So methodracewheels.com is the website. And then make sure to follow us on Instagram at Method Race Wheels. And come out and see us at the show. We're going to have a lot of great partners and vendors and different stores that are out there selling as well. So look forward to meeting everybody at the MOORE family reunion. So
that's right. That's what it is, basically.
And we'll be coming around and we'll do another live show like we did last year.
Okay.
And
super cool.
All that. So hey, if you want, you can hang out in the background and listen in, or if you want to, you can too. Yeah. But looking forward to seeing you
on the screen.
Hey, Patrick, thanks again, man.
Time.
We really appreciate you, buddy.
No, thank you guys for the time.
All right, bye-bye.
Awesome. Had a blast.
Dude, he's great.
Dude, so much fun.
He's just so knowledgeable about it. So, hey, Adam's in the house. Guys, I actually today I picked up my phone and was going to text Adam and go, dude, are you still alive?
Dude, that guy on the screen, Adam, is Lee.
Yeah.
that is Lee.
Lee's going through a midlife.
Grizzly Lee.
Yeah, I'm just letting my hair all grow out. But yeah, Grizzly Lee. Anyway, so I picked up my phone. I was going to text Adam, and then one of the new puppies that we have, because we have two new.
So you got two new puppies?
We have two Aussie poo puppies. Aussie poos. Yeah, Australian Shepherd, Poodle mix.
And they're two?
Well, one's Amelia's and one's Jamie's. Anyway, long story. But anyway, one of them knocked something over, and
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Jamie's got a what as a puppy?
Yeah, but we're taking care of it.
He has a Lhasa poo?
Aussie poo, Australian Shepherd and Poodle mix.
Okay, I thought you were saying like. Anyway.
Some
I thought it was a little bit more.
Adam says it sounds like some fancy California breed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what?
Those
Yeah.
Californians.
All I know is that I've been to the vet to get their shots and checkups and stuff like that, and it's starting to cost a lot of money. And so I'm really starting. It was like $200 something 2 weeks ago, and then almost $193 today. And I'm like, Jesus, you're taking all my gas money, man. Anyway, so
yeah,
I'm glad to see Adam here.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
I thought maybe he got buried in that FJ project, and he just hadn't come up for air yet. So.
Right on. You need to send us some pictures of that.
We
I haven't seen it yet.
We had a good show, and Patrick is a fantastic guest, and he always just has good stuff. I mean,
well, and the wheels do look badass.
They really do.
You know it. Like I'll watch a video and I'll just glance at the wheels and I'll know if they're methods. Like right. I just like they have a feel, not just a look, but a feel to them.
It's a whole style. It's a whole the whole presence to them. I agree.
The coloring. You know, like there's definitely,
I think
it's a little different than most. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think your Nissan would look good with some of them bronze ones on there. That white Nissan with some bronze wheels.
Yeah,
I really do.
I think yeah, you're right. The blue looked pretty good.
The blue, I think, would look really good as well. But I think for your truck, the bronze way. You know what?
Orange ones.
You know what? Patrick's still listening. Patrick, you guys need to start taking profile shots of all these different vehicles and put them on the website and make it so you can, put the different wheels on.
Intelligence.
Bullshit where some AI stuff.
The color and it puts your truck on the picture, and then you can pick the color, and then you can pick the wheel. Kind of like those real bougie places where you like put your face in the box and then it tells you what your haircuts look like.
Yeah, speaking of AI, did you see where this new AI thing,
ChatGPT-4, whatever it is?
Yeah, it passed the bar in the top 10 percentile. I'm like, holy shit.
Even the guy created it's a little freaked out by it because it had already learned more in its first 30 minutes or so than the ChatGPT-3 learned to that point.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
Does that mean that none of us are going to be working?
I don't know.
Because they can do voice also.
Well, I had
the voice is pretty amazing from what I understand. Like they can make it sound like Joe Rogan.
There's a lot of stuff that
it does the inflection. So people that do voiceovers are out of job.
Yeah.
All those people doing the Disney movies are done.
Well, Disney sucks.
Because they'll just type in, need somebody that sounds like a toad, and it'll like give an AI version of the best damn toad thing you've ever seen, heard in your life. Speaking of which,
if you look up woke in the dictionary, it's got a picture of Disney.
Now it does.
Yeah, it does now.
Right. You're probably right.
Speaking of which,
Sarah had fun on their cruise.
Oh, I think it's fun stuff, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were going to say, speaking of which, lost it. You lost it. You said, speaking of which.
It's gone.
It's gone. Shit.
Gone.
And you were dogging on me a little while ago about that.
Totally gone.
Totally gone.
Dude, I've had a crazy damn day, dude.
I know.
Like for those of you,
you got to tell everybody what you're doing.
It looks like there's a good possibility that I could be moving to
Arkansas
to Alaska.
Michael's going to move to Arkansas.
I've had too many of these.
Yeah, Michael's going to move to Arkansas and he's going to shack up with his second cousin.
No, Alaska is it's a pretty big possibility.
Listen, this is how it's going to work. You're going to move to Alaska. I'm going to give you 6 months to get yourself, maybe a year, because it'll be right.
Yeah, I was about to say 6 months will be winter.
Yeah, maybe a year. And then I expect you to be ready so that I come up there and we spend a month and all we do is explore and we do shows because by then we should have our Starlink.
Okay. I mean, I'm down for it.
And then anybody else wants to go with me, just let me know. We'll have a party at Michael's in Alaska. We're going to bootleg oil fire across the border.
I wonder if that's up there.
I don't know. It's a good question, though.
Oh, damn.
I think before you leave the States,
honey, there may be a deal breaker to this whole deal.
Yeah. I can't get oil fire in Alaska. I'm not going. I'm not going.
Are you gonna bring some to Moore?
Yeah.
You see, I almost said we, and I changed it to you.
Yeah, I picked up on that. Jeremy says, "Load up,
Regulators, mount up,
get it."
What it is.
All right. So
good show tonight. That could be happening. You've got a vehicle that you're gonna buy this week. It's got to go it's got to go get a facelift to it.
Barring no catastrophes, and I don't do something stupid, I should have it by the weekend. If worst case, maybe first of the week. But after that, it's a waiting game for AluCab and some other companies to get stuff pulled together so we can do the build.
Because we already know AluCab.
Yeah.
I mean, we already let that out of the bag that it'll fit. Obviously, it's a truck that's going to fit on.
Right. But anyway.
Or
I tell you what, it ain't. It ain't no Jeep. I'm just kidding. It might be a Jeep. You never know. I dog on all of them, but you never know. I truly don't hate any of them. Well, no, I really don't hate them.
Hey, I do have a question when it comes to that, though.
What?
Did you pick a color?
So the color I picked is probably not the color you would expect.
Was it the color I would expect, or the viewing public would not expect?
Let's just say it's not a traditional color.
Wait a minute.
It's not white. It's not red. It's not black.
Wait the fucking minute. I thought I knew what color it was.
I changed my mind. I woke up in the middle of the night and said, screw this. I think I want this one.
Is it that orange color?
You're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna hide it from you.
That fucking orange.
I'm a
bronze color.
Road hooker orange. Oh shit! I already got an orange truck. Actually, technically, my truck now is called Crush, not Road Hooker Orange.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
hey everybody. Thank you so much for
all our stuff. Please help us. We're trying to grow our social media stuff and our presence. And if you haven't been on our, did I do that on YouTube or Instagram where I did the shorts? That was
YouTube.
Instagram. Was
YouTube.
it? Okay. Not my forte, but anyway. So
more of those are good.
Come hang out with us on some social media stuff, please. And
go check us out on Spotify. I mean, you can check us out on the major platforms for podcasting, but we should have this one. Lee and I talked, and one of the things that we're going to try to do better, and I say we, because I'll yell at him if he doesn't do it, or he can send them to me and I can do them. But we're going to try to make these podcasts more consistently on the podcast. We've been doing it mainly on the YouTube page, trying to grow that platform, and we think let's go back to the podcast part of it and make sure that we're getting those posted there. That's kind of where my roots are as far as talking to you guys comes from my podcast. So make sure you go check that out. All over Overland podcast. All the different socials on that too.
Jerome says first time listening. He loves it. Hey, Jerome, you think if this was good, we really appreciate it, but you should be on the show when Michael really gets
normally smashed. It's much better
when Michael gets smashed and he takes his shirt off and you get to see his moves because he's got big moves.
Whatever.
Like
I didn't show my moves. I made sure the camera was in the right position because I know nobody wanted to see that. That was the Colorado Campworks video.
Oh, that's right. It was
early in our days.
So have either of y'all wheeled or overland with a power wagon?
We have a friend.
We have somebody, but I haven't wheeled with them.
Power wagon. They came to the island, but we didn't wheel with them. They just kind of showed up at the island. Now I will tell you. Oh no, Philip has one. Philip had one for the Enchanted Rockies trip. So yeah, we wheeled with somebody.
Yeah, I guess we did. Wagon. That's right.
Phenomenal. I mean, that some bitch went everywhere. Now, I would imagine it'd be more difficult in Arkansas. So it totally depends on where you're going to wheel. But I think a full-size vehicle just makes fucking sense. If you're going to be in, like, especially if you're going to go to National Forest, because National Forest, the roads are a little wider and they're not as thickly covered up like you're going to get on especially Arkansas trails. Agree? Disagree?
Totally agree.
Okay. So you've been posting up shit. I haven't been able to read it.
You have to go back and read it. Basically, Crystal has corrupted her husband to listen to the show for the first time, and he likes it. So,
oh, nice! I've got to meet him too. Super nice guy.
Yeah,
love that whole family, and they come up to the Rigs and Coffee. So,
and you got
Rigs and Coffee at UCAN Campers.
Sweet tarts on a rope?
No, not sweet tarts on a rope. Rope.
What is
tarts?
Rope tarts. Okay,
that are sweet. They're ropes.
Whatever.
Not the one where you bite it and it's a necklace. No,
I thought maybe you'd gone down that path, so I don't know.
Dude, have we not camped since I've been doing the sweetheart things?
I don't know, but
like
here soon,
bitch, you better get your shit together so we can camp.
Here's the deal: it won't be long.
This is ridiculous.
We're going to spend a whole week together, and I'm scared for what's going to happen.
Well, I'm bringing Pistol Pete Maravich with me. So watch you stay in your own tent,
dude. The last time we camped, you brought that jar of peanut butter and
put it all over my.
That was bad. I'm teasing.
Lee, close your eyes. Penny and I are gonna have a moment.
Oh God!
All right. Anyway, we've gone. We're dragging. This may not be healthy for us to end the shows like this, but it's kind of fun. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, Lee. Thanks for pushing all the buttons again. Patrick, thanks for coming on, and he's left us now. He's gone. He had enough.
He probably had enough
shenanigans.
We lost him at peanut butter.
Probably. He was like, yeah, I can't do it. His kids were probably. He's got kids.
Oh, look what AJ just posted. SpaghettiOs on a rope.
Now,
for those of you that don't know, that inside joke is Michael eats the shittiest food when he camps by himself. So if I'm not there, he eats things like SpaghettiOs, and I just think that SpaghettiOs are like that's prison.
Dude, I think I'm going to bring salmon for our trip.
That's prison food. I won't eat salmon.
Really? You don't eat salmon?
I used to eat it when I was a kid a lot, and I just got where I just don't like it. I mean, I'd probably eat a little bit of it, yeah, but Crystal says with meatballs. Oh God.
Ugh. Yes, with meatballs. Has to be with meatballs.
Seriously,
Crystal
guys.
is right.
Have some self-respect, please.
Right. You gotta have some balls in there.
Gotta have some balls. Okay. I'm sure Crystal wants to hear that. Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Well, again, you guys are awesome. Whatever you do, make sure that you go all over. Thanks.